Hi, everybody. Hank Sennett from Today Real Estate and Mari Sennett and Associates. Thank you for joining me for a little morning coffee. I hope you're all feeling well. When we went to bed last night here, everybody felt great, and I'm assuming that everyone's going to feel just fine when they get up this morning. But if you are somehow dealing with the virus, I hope you get better very, very soon. I just wanted to take a couple of minutes this morning, and I'm going to try to keep it to a couple of minutes, to talk about some things that Mari and I have learned this week. I think, as you know, we're very much plugged into the Tom Ferry organization. Tom is our nation's leading trainer, coach in the real estate industry. And he put on a conference call earlier in the week with Steve Harney. Steve is probably the country's leading real estate home market analyst. And I just want to share with you the biggest message that came out of that conference call, and it's this. In terms of the housing market, in terms of real estate, this is not 2008. You know, I just watched the 6 a.m. news before sitting down to film this. And gosh, I heard the year 2008 invoked a lot. The most since 2008, the least since 2008. Kind of sort of like 2008. Whatever those comparisons are those comparisons. In terms of the housing market, however, this is not 2008. What happened in 2008 with the housing market is, as Steve Harney put it in that conference call, we were using our homes like ATM machines. We were buying jet skis. We were going on trips. We were going on cruises. We were going out to dinner left and right. And when we maxed out our credit cards, what did we do? We refinanced because we had all that equity in our homes. And what did we do after that? Well, we turned around and we kept buying jet skis and going on cruises and going out to dinner. Till it got to the point where, in terms of housing, we maxed out. That's not the case here. This is not an economic-driven situation. It's an event-driven situation. More akin to the blizzard of 78, for those of you who remember that, or more akin to 9/11, for those of you who lived through that. And here's the analogy. Here's the explanation for the analogy. In the blizzard of 78 and in 9/11, an event forced us to pull back. Not an economic situation, but an event forced us to pull back. And while we may have, pumped the brakes on buying a car unless we really needed one, or buying or selling a house unless we really needed one, we eventually, and once we got our legs under ourselves, pretty quickly got back to business. I mean, how many people did you hear say, I'm never going to get on a plane again? I'm never flying anywhere again? Are any of those people still not flying or still not getting on an airplane? Of course not. We all got our perspective straight, and we got back on airplanes, and we probably travel more on airplanes than we ever have. So that's the situation here. People may be pumping the brakes in terms of housing, but it's not for an economic reason. If people are looking for a home, they're still going to keep looking for a home. If people need to sell their home, they're still going to look to sell their home. Mari sat right here in the kitchen and had a virtual listing appointment yesterday with a family looking to sell their home. They did it through FaceTime. They gave her a FaceTime tour of their home. She'll be working on some numbers when she gets up this morning, and she'll be, making a presentation to them later today where they can hopefully come up with a price and get their home on the market. So things are going to continue, maybe not at the pace that they were, but they're going to continue. And what's going to happen when we emerge from this 3 weeks or a month from now is that people who maybe pumped the brakes about looking for a house, they're going to come out looking strong. There's been some suggestion that in terms of real estate here on the Cape, people who have been saying to themselves, gee, you know what, someday we'd really like to get that place on the Cape. Some of these people might say, you know what, screw it, let's go get that place on the Cape. So this could be a boon, if you will, for the real estate market here on the Cape. I have all kinds of charts and graphs that came out from that conference call that we had earlier this week. I'm going to put some of them together, and I'm going to be posting them on our website, www.makeyourmovewithmari.com. In the blog section that we have there, I want to share those with you. I want to give you, a bit more of an explanation than I can do in this relatively short video piece this morning. If you have any questions about the market, about what's going on, please give us a call. Our contact information follows this video. If you are looking for a home, please look online. Please give us a call. We can do virtual tours. Many of our colleagues have, set up virtual tours of the properties that they represent. And if you're thinking about selling, please give us a call. We can get the paperwork going. We can give you some good numbers about what your home may be worth. So there's no need to put everything on hold. We're just going to have to do it differently. Fortunately, we have the technology at Today Real Estate where we can, work from home and essentially do our jobs as if we were sitting in the office. So please give us a call if, you're interested in buying or selling or you just have questions. Thanks so much for watching this morning and joining me for a little morning coffee. Hope to see you all next week, and hope this is a great week ahead.